when you hear people talk about MTHFR mutations, they're just talking about how folate gets converted into methylfolate, the active form. Right here, it passed this. This enzyme is what would be mutated in half of us. So if this is mutated, this conversion doesn't happen very easily, and you will not have enough active folate. Now, active folate is used in so many processes in the body, it's hard to know that this is a root problem because the symptoms don't seem connected. You have neurotransmitters over here. So you're feeling like you have mental health issues, sleep issues, digestive system problems, and then anemia. You're taking iron, but for some reason your ferritin, your red blood cells, nothing's going up. That's because you need methylfolate to make red blood cells. Now, this goes through here and goes around here, and you get glutathione. Now that's how your body detoxes. This is your body's master antioxidant. So if you are battling constant bladder infections, or you have a yeast infection every other month, and you're wondering why your body is so sensitive to everything, it could be that you don't have enough glutathione, and that can be a sign of low methylfolate. Now, some other stuff that glutathione does is it gets rid of heavy metals. It helps you get rid of histamine. And when we're talking about POTS, a lot of us know that we're suddenly histamine intolerant. And what I've noticed is when those histamines get high, I get worse tachycardia. I get worse brain fog. So addressing this has been very important in my life because I seem to have every symptom of everything. Now, some options to treat this. First of all, I did NAC. That is the precursor to glutathione. So your body can make glutathione out of this. I take this twice a day. The next thing I did was take 1 milligram of this. If this doesn't work, right, I just skipped it and I took the active form of methylfolate. Now that wasn't very smart because a lot of people have other mutations that mean when you take active folate, you have a really bad reaction. Luckily, I didn't know that, and I also didn't have a bad reaction. So I took 1 milligram. I eventually worked up to 3 milligrams. Some people go up to 15 milligrams. I felt really good at 3 milligrams, so I just left it there. Now, I would never take folic acid. I would never even eat enriched grain with folic acid because it doesn't go after methylfolate, it doesn't go after the MTHFR enzyme, it goes before. And so this is our problem. So if you're taking folic acid, you're just gonna build up folic acid. You're not solving the problem at all. You need to go after the enzyme. Okay, so there's some cofactors that go with this. And what I did to make sure that I wasn't causing any blockages anywhere was I took AOR B complex, because you need all the B's for this to work, even though we're mostly talking about B9. I took 600 milligrams of magnesium in the form of magnesium bisglycinate. I take zinc, and I also take lots of vitamin D. Lots of vitamin D. That'll be its own video. I think that is all I take for this situation. I do take a lot of other things for other situations. But one option that people take is called TMG. And what that does is after you make the methylfolate and it goes up around here and becomes homocysteine, and then the process starts again, what they do is they take TMG, and that basically makes a detour back up to methionine so that you can just kind of speed through this process again to make more of this. I had a horrible reaction to that. I was sedated. I think I actually overmethylated possibly. And so that's how I kind of played around with it and learned that the 3 milligrams for me was more than enough. This made it too much, and I think it actually drained my homocysteine where there wasn't enough, believe that or not. And something that kind of made me think about was maybe my body might be taking homocysteine and creating glutathione because there is a dormant virus or infection, because that shouldn't have happened. Most people with double mutations can easily take TMG and nothing happens. So I don't know. All I do know for now is that I'm taking double NAC just in case that was the problem. Now I'm going to erase all of this and put on the board how I figured out through 23andMe that I even had the double mutation. To find out if I had any MTHFR mutations, I went into 23andMe, into the raw data, and I looked up these numbers. This is the one associated with the most health issues. If your results say AA, you have 2 mutations. If your results say GG, no mutations. And if you have 1G, 1A, that means one parent gave you a mutation and one parent didn't. Up here, this is also an MTHFR gene that can cause some problems, just not as many. GG is the mutation here. TT is normal. If you have one of these mutations and one of these mutations, it's as bad almost as having double A here.